have taken the bridge and the second hall. We have barred the gates, but cannot hold them for long. The ground shakes. Drums, drums in the deep. We cannot get out. A shadow moves in the dark. We cannot get out. They are coming.
Warner Brothers just refuses to get out of its own way. This company is renowned for making dumb business decisions, and it looks like they are about to do it again. You'd think that the Rings of Power from Amazon was enough of a warning, but apparently, no. We're already hearing rumors that they're going to inject feminism into Helm Hammerhand's tale, which makes absolutely no sense, but I digress. That's another video for another time. Now we find out, per Variety, that Warner Brothers Discovery has a reboot on the mind for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I cannot stress this enough. I doubt you will ever see this, Warner Brothers, but if you do, by chance, happen to have this fall into your sphere, hear me when I say, we do not want a reboot. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Do not pull a Disney and grave rob your own IPs. It's lazy, it's pathetic, and we're sick of it. It's something that we have been railing against Disney for outside of them shoving agenda into every nook and cranny that they possibly can in children's programming. Now we're having to deal with them just being flat out lazy and turning out horrible, horrible live action adaptations of classic fairy tales that most of us grew up loving. Do not pull a Disney. First of all, you're not going to be able to recapture the magic, the essence, or the lightning that struck with this trilogy. The Lord of the Rings trilogy is as good as it ever will be. That is the big key factor here. You cannot make it better. Consideration could be had if, say, you had better casting choices, but no one is going to be able to replace Sir Christopher Lee. It's simply not possible. I'm not sure how Sir Ian McKellen is feeling these days. I know he's not a fan of the blue screen and the green screen, so if that's your intent to film in front of, he's definitely not going to be considering reprising his role as Gandalf, on top of the fact that I doubt you're even considering him for the role of Gandalf. Sir Christopher Lee and Sir Ian McKellen not being in it, this whole cast is irreplaceable. You will never get the magic, the fellowship, the connection, the synergy, the chemistry that this entire cast had with each other. It's beyond anything that anyone could have forced. It's so organic, it's impossible to recreate it. My gosh, within the last year, Elijah Wood, Sean Astin, Billy Boyd, and Dominic Monaghan have gone on fan panels, still discussing the Lord of the Rings trilogy. They are still great friends. The whole cast are still great friends. They still talk. They still have all of this fantastic chemistry. My gosh, Billy and Dominic have a podcast together. That's how much love and how much energy exists. And it's organic. You're not going to be able to recreate that no matter how hard you try. John Rhys Davies is Gimli. This is the problem. You have something in existence which is as close to perfection as it will ever be. Because nothing is perfect. But this adaptation is as close to perfection as any of them will ever be. You're not going to make it better. You're not going to be able to exceed expectations. And there's a very real concern that it will simply be done lazily. Now, it's per Variety that is saying that it's a reboot. If we're talking about different Lord of the Rings stories, like if you're going to go directly head to head with Amazon about the Second Age, let's see what you can do. But if you are genuinely considering rebooting the Lord of the Rings trilogy or even the Hobbit trilogy, I strongly suggest you redirect and reconsider, because I'm not sure who thought it was a good idea. I'm not sure why you think this is something that fans want or that fans are going to pay for. But I promise you, this is not going to go in your favor. Respect the lore, respect Tolkien, and respect the fandom that helped build it into what it is. Shunning them, shunting them, calling them names, and casting them aside because you're desperate for cash is not a winning strategy. I can't break this down Barney style any further. I genuinely appreciate everybody that hung around this long. Let me know what you think in the comments. If this really is going to be a reboot, how would you feel about it? If they're going to go head-to-head with Amazon about some second-age stories, what do you think of that? Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, Godspeed, and I'll talk to you all later.